Good morning, boys and girls. It's Miss Lisa here, your art teacher. Welcome back to my table of art. How are you doing at home? I hope you're doing. I'm doing fine so long as I could connect with you at least once a week and you keep art in your life. And I'm happy, and I hope you are too. Well, today we're starting a new lesson. I want to talk to you about an element of art, and it's called space. We're going to work with positive and negative space. I'll explain to you what that's all about. Okay? Let's pretend I'm in a picture. My body would be considered positive space. The areas around me would be considered negative space. Here's a quick sketch. This is me. Doesn't look too much like me, but it's just the outline of a body. This darker area colored in with my pencil is the positive space. This area around me is considered negative space. We're going to do a project that shows positive and negative space, and we're going to have some fun with it. We're going to need a few items, so let's collect what we need. First off, we're going to need a piece of black construction paper, and we're going to need a piece of white construction paper. If you have watercolor paper, that would be best, because we're using our watercolors today. And watercolor paper absorbs the water better than a different kind of paper, like construction paper or maybe printing paper from your computer or your printer. If that's the only kind of paper you have, that's fine. I just want you to be a little careful with the amount of water you use when you're using your painting, your watercolor paint. We're going to need a pencil because we want to draw a shape on our paper. We're going to need a scissor because we'll be cutting out. Always keep your scissor safety in mind when you're working with a scissor. And if you can't cut, don't be afraid to ask somebody that's there to help you. Teamwork is the best work. We're going to need our watercolors because we're going to be painting. A paintbrush to paint. We're going to get a nice fresh cup of clean water because we want our colors to stay vibrant. We don't want mucky brown colors, okay? And we're going to throw in a little salt because it's a little technique I want to teach you. If you don't have salt, don't worry about it. I just want to show you what happens when we mix a little watercolor with some salt, okay? So how about we get started? The first thing I want you to do is I want you to take your black construction paper and I want you to fold it in half. How do we fold paper in half so that it's even? Remember, corners meet corners, so let's make this corner meet up with that corner. Hello, Mr. Corner. Hello, Mrs. Corner. And let's hold that in place and we go to the next corner and we do the same thing. Hello, Mr. Corner. Hello, Mrs. Corner. So now it's corner to corner. Holding on, we're going to put it down on our table. Now I'm going to get my helping hand, bring this down so you can see what I'm doing. Ready? Okay, so now we're holding on to the two corners. Let's walk down to the center of the paper. One finger is going to stay here and hold it in place, and the other one's going to slide down the middle. And the other finger meets that finger, and they both slide to the sides. And what do we have? We have an even fold and two even sides. So let me bring my hand back up so you can see me. Hello again. Whoop, a little bit more. Whoop, whoop. Hello again. Okay, now that we have this line, we know where to cut. So let's grab our scissor and cut the paper in half. Ready? Try to cut right on the line. Beautiful. Here's one piece. Here's another piece. I'm going to put this piece aside because I really don't need it anymore. Thank you. I appreciate your help. Now, with this piece, we are going to draw a shape, half of a shape, onto this paper. And our shape is going to start from the edge of the paper. We're not going to draw the shape in the center. We want to draw it from the edge of the paper. I'm going to draw half of a heart so you can see what I mean. Okay, I drew half of a heart onto the paper. Here's the outline of half of my heart. And now I'm going to cut it out. Try to be careful when you're cutting it out. Try to make a nice clean cut along the line. Again, please ask for help if you don't think you can do this by yourself. So now I have two shapes. I have half of a heart, and I have the other half of what I just cut it out of. If I put them together, you could see a whole heart. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take these two pieces and I'm going to glue them onto my white construction paper. So that's another item we're going to need. We're going to need a glue stick. Glue stick is good because it's less mess, but if you only have Elmer's glue or any other kind of glue, that's fine. Use that. Try not to use too much so it dries quicker. So I'm going to get my helping hand so you can see where I'm gluing. Come on down. Here we go. I'm going to glue all the edges of the big piece of black construction paper because I want this to stick onto the white paper. I'm going to lift it up, bring my white construction paper down, and I want the corners of my black construction paper to meet the corner of the white construction paper. Both corners, being careful. See, the glue stick allows me to maneuver it a little bit. Try to do it as best you can. Okay, there's one side. And now I'm going to take my heart, making sure that I glue the right side of the heart onto the black construction paper. So my glue is going on this side. So now I'm going to get my glue stick and glue all the edges of this heart. I want it to really stick. I don't want it to come off while I'm working on the project. And then I'm going to come back with my construction paper and line it up to where it meets the other heart. Point and point. Bring it close if I have to. Stick it down. If you see that some of your black construction paper is coming up, just go back, give it a little bit more glue, and stick it down. I think I've got it good now. A little bit more on this edge. All right. So here I have right now positive and negative space. Here's my positive and vice versa. This helps define our positive and negative space. Can you see it better? Let me move my computer back a little bit. This is the reversal of the same shape. It's a symmetrical reflection. It's the same on one side as it is on the other. Okay? So now I'm going to put this down, and I'm going to bring me back up. Hello! All right. You can see a little of me, and you can see a little of the picture. Okay. Let's start with the watercolor now. I don't want you to use more than 3 colors. 1, 2, 3. Only 3 colors. If we use more, it's going to start becoming brown, and the colors are going to mix not well. I want it to be a vibrant, pretty picture. So I'm going to start with a technique. It's called a wash. And I'm going to do it on the outside, just a little section. So you see what happens when you do a wash with watercolor. Take the water and paint a section of the paper. Try to avoid the black construction paper. And do a light wash. I'm doing just a light wash over the white construction paper. Then I'm going to come over to my paint and I'm going to pick a color and I'm going to bring it over to the wash. And I want you to see how nice and dreamy and cloudy it starts to look. Look at how pretty that looks. It's a wash of color. It's not a real solid color. The colors are going to start bleeding together. I'm going to clean my brush now and go for another color. I'm going to choose blue. And watch how this mixes up with that pretty purple I just put down. I'm just going to dab a little and let the water bring the blue into the purple. Okay. Can you see how that's blending together? Look at that. The water is stripping it around. I'm going to add some more water to continue the wash onto my paper. I love these 2 colors together, purple and blue. Here I have blue. I'm going to add some more of the purple down at the bottom. You can just brush it any way you want. Swiggles, straight lines. What we're doing now is we're just defining our positive from our negative shapes in the spaces that they're in. Look at the pretty colors together. What other color should we add to this? Let me see. I love purple and blue together. I'm just going to add a little more blue, a couple more dabs of blue. Really dark. You know why? Because I wanted you to see something. I want you to see what happens if I put salt onto my colors that are wet. You ready? Watch what happens. Woo! Pretty. Let me give that a chance to really soak in. Look at the effect it created. Almost like crystals and stars bursting. I love the salt effect. I think that's beautiful. I'm going to do the inside of my heart back side here. I'm going to add my water again, trying to stay away from the black paper, just staying on the white area. And I think I'm going to throw in some yellow. I hope this yellow is good, because I'm really running out of some yellow paint over here. And I'm going to brush it across real lightly. And then I'm going to add my purple. Now, you can add any colors you want. You don't have to do what I'm doing. But like I said, let's try to keep it to 3 colors so our colors don't start turning brown. Oh, I like this. That's pretty cool. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add my salt again. There we go. Cool. Let me add some yellow to the outside. I didn't put any yellow on the other side, so I just want to balance it out a little bit. Really pretty. Maybe some down on the bottom here. So I have yellow on both the inside of the heart and the outside of the heart. My positive and my negative. Look at this. How beautiful is that? I hope you like it. How are you doing with your colors? Which 3 colors did you choose? And what kind of shape are you going to choose when you make yours? I made a heart, but you can make any kind of a shape. If you wanted to do an insect, that's easy too. Let's say we do a butterfly. How can I do a butterfly? Well, we're only going to do half of the butterfly, remember? So we're going to bring it down. And then we're going to cut it out, and be very careful when you're cutting out. I just want to show you how we can do a butterfly. Remember, don't be afraid to ask for help. Cutting is not the easiest thing yet, so you can't cut on your own. Somebody there can help you. Here's my butterfly. Now this part's a little hard, so just be careful. All right, this is the half of my butterfly. This is the other half of my butterfly. So now if I put her up, this is actually the wrong way. I have to do it this side. There we go. Okay, now we got it. There we go. You see my butterfly? If I had another piece, let's take a piece of paper here. And I'm going to glue it down just so you can see a different shape, okay? Remember, we want to glue the edges of our paper so it sticks to the white paper and stays down nice and neat while we're working. I think I'm running out of glue here. I need a new glue stick. Now remember, whatever I'm doing, this is only a demonstration. I want you to use whatever colors you like best. I want you to use whatever shapes you like best. This is your project, not mine. Now, some of you might have pencil marks like I do right here. If you take your eraser very gently, you can erase those marks so we don't see them on our project, okay? So now I have to glue the other half of my butterfly. Put her down on the picture. So we have positive and negative areas to work with. Line it up, and here we go. Here's our butterfly. Isn't that pretty? Ooh, I'm going to paint this one with you, okay? Just move this up a little bit. I don't want you just talking to my nose. All right, let's get the paint out, and let's go with some green this time. Let's try some green. And I'm not going to do the wash method. I'm just going to paint green. The wash is where I wet the paper first. This time I'm just going to paint her wings. Both wings green. I love the color green. Actually, I like all colors. Wash your brush in between. Always remember, wash your brush in between. Now on the outside, I'm going to put some red. Did you know that red and green are complementary colors? Absolutely, complementary colors. That means when they're placed together, they complement each other. They say, you look beautiful today. And Mr. Green says, well, you look beautiful today, Miss Red, just as well. But not only do they complement them each other that way, they look very nice together. It doesn't make your eyes go crazy, but you look at it and say, wow, those colors look really pretty together. It's like when you get dressed in the morning. Do you wear your blue pants with something that doesn't really look good together, or the colors blend or make you crazy when you look at them? Working with colors in projects and art, it's the same thing as getting ready for school or getting ready to go out or getting ready for church or getting ready for any place you're going to go. You try to find clothes that match and go well together. Green and red go well together. They complement each other. So what other color can we use besides green and red for my butterfly? I think I might just throw in a little blue. We'll give our butterfly some areas different than just the solid green. Because butterflies have all sections in their bodies of color. Make her little head blue, and then we'll add some dabs of blue in the background. I might even add some green in the background, some solid green. What do you think of that? I like it. Here we go. Okay. Should I add some red to the butterfly on the inside? A little bit? All right. We'll do a little red on the inside. Not too much, because I don't want it to start turning to a brown mucky color. Very nice. You know what, guys? I think I'm done with my butterfly. What do you think? Interesting? Pretty interesting. So by coloring the background, we really were able to define the positive and negative spaces much better, right? And we had fun doing it. One last thing. Let's see what happens if I add some salt to the butterfly. Did I wait too long? Is it dry already? Nope. We still got a little sparkly effect. There's a little sparkly there, some sparklies over here. Okay, so that's it for today. That's our lesson on my helping hand. See my helping hand? My positive and negative space using our watercolors and a nice salt technique to show like pretty stars bursting or just pretty effect on our water, our beautiful watercolors. We had a little cutting practice today with our scissors, and we learned about positive and negative space, which is an element of art, space. There's 7 of them, you know. 7 elements of art. And we already know 1, which is space. We've been working with color for a long time. That's another element of art. How about all those lines we've been making? But it's part of our lines, patterns. What else? We've done color, we've done line, we've done space, we've done shape. When we did our sculptures, those were shapes. That's another element of art. We haven't done value, which I will hit on that soon. We're going to learn value. What's our last 2? Did we do the last 2? Well, for now, you're learning a little bit about your elements one at a time without even reaching to the side. And until we meet again, I've had a lot of fun working with you. I hope you've had fun. And I can't wait till next week. What are we going to do? Maybe I'll take you outdoors with me. We'll find some art out there because you can create art from nature. I'm excited to do that. So until then, you guys be good. Work on your art. Create. Use your imagination. Don't wait for me to give you a project. Do some projects on your own. There's so much fun. So many things you can do with art. So until we meet again, be a good boy and girl. Don't forget Miss Lisa. I have not forgotten any one of you, and I can't wait to see you all again really soon. Till then, ciao for now from Miss Lisa's Table of Art. Bye, boys and girls. Be good.